Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Gabster. I'm switching up my content left and right. Today's video is basically something special for the month of October. As you can see, I collect Mario figures. Now, those aren't really figures, those are more toys and so, but I wanted to start collecting figures. And I kind of like horror. I'm not really too much of a big fan. I don't really watch too many movies, but I do love these monsters, creatures, and serial killers, the way they look and how they dress. I think it's a very cool, I don't know, idea, concept. And, one of my favorite months besides December is obviously going to be October. I love December because of Christmas. I love getting gifts. I love giving gifts. And I love October because it's a scary, spooky season. I don't know. I like suspenseful things. I like to be scared in some way. Not too scared, but I love being scared. I basically asked my mom and girlfriend to go out on a hunt and find me some NECA figures. I have a whole box of what they got me. It's in an Amazon box. I can go ahead and bring it. I didn't know where to put it or where to store it. This is the box I'm referring to. There's a couple more in here, a few more, maybe one more. Who knows? We're going to start off with the worst one I think is in my box and my least favorite. We're going to start off with the original horror show Frankenstein, the man who made a monster. Now, as you can see, I have a different camera angle, so we're not going to have to look at this in the air. We can set it down and we're going to open it so we can get a close up. So the 1931 film had two parts that were actually censored. One of the reasons was a line, and I quote, "Now I know what it is like to be God." The next scene that was censored was when the monster throws a girl into the lake. It was deemed too gruesome at the time. Now that we got those interesting facts out the way, let's go ahead and see if we run into any more while we open this box. The cover is one of the things that I like about this box. I love the art style, I love the design of it. I love how they use different shades of green to make, the shading and to make the face pop out more for, the monster. Now, they do use red, which is one of my favorite colors. And right here for this background, I think it's very impressive. I think it's one of the things that stand out about this box. I think what's inside isn't really the important part for me in this figure. I do love how they make it look and stuff. Again, the figure itself isn't really too much of a big plus for me. So the cover itself is a 10 out of 10 for me. But opening the box, we get the monster himself. It doesn't come with too many crazy things. We have different heads that you can replace them with. We obviously have the two flowers, and we have chains. Oh, and also removable hands. So, yeah, nothing too crazy about this box. I think it's a very basic. Like I said, the cover for me is what wins my heart. But there's not much for me to go off of it just by looks. This is going to be one of the first NECA boxes I collected. So starting off with this one, I have seen it before in stores like Target, Walmart, and etc. But I never decided to go ahead and buy it. All right, so that was basically a pain in the butt to get this guy out. We have him like this, as you can see. It's pretty tall, dude. Crazy. Stands. Oh. I'm gonna stop messing around with this guy. So interesting fact about this actor that played this monster. His name is Karloff. Well, Boris Karloff to be exact. Hopefully I said the name right. You may know is that the bolts used, to make the monster come to life, when removing it from Karloff, it actually left permanent scars on him. So now we have a toy of him to represent that. With his legs are really hard to move. Well, they're gonna break it. So right here we have the little chain dangling because he broke free from the other one attached to him, and we have the flowers that it comes with. Whoops. The flowers that it comes with. And the different sets of hands that it comes with. Right here are the heads. I don't really feel like taking them out too much. So like they're about to grab the camera. Box is a 10 out of 10 for me. The figure itself is a 3. So yeah, it's a 3 for me. But this is only the first week out of the 4 weeks of October. So we're going to move on to the next one next week.